You are now listening to the highlight reel builder for authors, the Going North podcast. I'm your host, certified self-leadership trainer and author of the best-selling book, Stay the Course, Dom Brightman. And you're going to be getting some goodies today from the guest that's up next. And today on the Highlight Reel Builder for Authors, known as GMP, the Great, Glorious, and Glamorous, aka the original name, the Going North podcast. That's right, we got another super special, awesome human for you today. She's been ducking and dodging me for a long time with the rope-a-dope, but the bear trap popped up and trapped her, so now she's in the danger zone. And there's no escape. Thanks to Mr. Mickey Mickelson, the man who is known as the Eminem around here. That's right, the Eminem. Don't worry, not the candy or the rapper. That's right, even though both are good. But hey, today's guest in particular, that's right, today's guest in particular, we got a freaking Jill of all trades who is definitely candy flavored indeed, because she's a fellow podcast host as well as a keynote speaker, published author, poet, creative writer, and stand-up comedian. That's right, folks. That's right. They usually say jack of all trades, but we got a Jill of all trades. But who am I kidding? It ain't Jill. It's the one and only CL herself, MsCaramel Lucas. How you doing today, Caramel?
I am great. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good with all the
Yes,
O's
awesome.
indeed.
Awesome.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, as you know, with all introductions, you know they're not allowed to be 47 and a half days long. So mind filling in any cavities I missed about you?
I do a little bit of modeling and a little bit of acting, and actually, I am actually co-writing for a reality TV show. So, yeah, I just love keeping busy. I mean, that's just me. I just can't sit still. I just like to move around and make some things happen. I'm creative. My mind just constantly moves.
Ah, so you keep the gas in the mind. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about indeed. So on reality TV show, so decided to jump into the reality TV craze. Any tidbits of what to expect for the reality TV? Is it going to be something positive? Is it going to be like something out there for the ratchets? Is it going to be for what's it going to give us a taste of what's
Well,
expected?
you know that all reality TV shows has a little bit of drama in it. Am I right or wrong? So, Rated R LLC. Her name is Desiree. Her name is Daisy Del Toro, and she is the producer and the director. And we both was co-writing the reality TV show. Well, with the TV show, it's basically about a music artist is searching for a dream, and it's nothing like American Idol or nothing like that. It's just that telling the story about each artist that is looking for a dream, where they've been, and how to brand them and find a new look for themselves and all this good stuff. So it's going to be really, really good. The trailer's out right now, so it's going to be real good. So I'm super happy about it. We're still writing episodes, and so it won't be available until probably November or December.
That's what I'm talking about indeed. That's what I'm talking about indeed. So we're not gonna have like full making the band vibes like Dave Chappelle's spoof version,
No,
especially.
we didn't want it like that because everybody has it like that, and we wanted to create something different from everybody else. And it's nothing like how everybody compare. Well, people say, is it like the Power or something like that? Because the Power has music and all that. It's not really like that either. It's just basically about each artist and where they've been. We have we have 12 different artists, and we do like community service and different things that we do right now, and just to let them learn how to give back. A lot of people, when they do like shows, they don't get feedbacks. And so that's what we wanted the artists to do, to give back and then perform and to show people their lives, basically.
That's what I'm talking about indeed. That's right. So if someone shuts the studio down, they're just gonna find another one. That's what I'm talking about.
Right, is that? You know, I think it's gonna be super big, and I'm super happy about it. I think that Daisy, she's doing such a great job in everything that she does, and it's a pleasure just writing for her. It's awesome. And the production team is amazing. So shout out to the production team. What's up? Okay, and then yeah, that's it.
That's right. What's up to the production team, y'all? That's right. Keep producing. That's right.
That's
Produce
right.
more than the book boomer era of last year, where folks were producing books like babies.
Exactly. I mean, didn't have no other choice to do something. So I think it's a lot of new authors out here in the world because last year was horrible. And so they had to do something sitting at home. Everybody said, let's write a book. You know.
Yeah, definitely can say that again. And my goodness, so with all this writing, writing your own poetry, writing your own books, writing for a reality TV show, like, where did this love of writing come from?
I'd be in love with writing. I love to create characters. I'm a character myself, but at the end of the day, I just love creating characters and just creating something special that people can read or they can look at. You know what I mean? When I do poetry, poetry is basically pulling out my soul, basically. And then when I do like creative writing, the reality TV show or the books, I'm just basically expressing like real life situations. A lot of people get away from real life. They like fantasy, but I'm not about the fantasy. I'm about real life, things that come up in real life. And I just write about it. So I don't know. I just love writing. I've been writing for years. I've been writing ever since I was like 8 years old, and I didn't do anything with it. But finally, probably like when I was like 13, I started doing essays, and people start liking my writing, my poetry, and everything I do, creating characters and all this stuff. And they was like, you should do something with it. So I just started, making different. Like I used to do plays and write plays for people and stuff like that. So that's why I love writing so much. I think that's one of my number one things to do is to write.
So
And
I
then
guess
plus
you're
it's
doing.
meditation, you know?
Oh yeah, that's right. I could definitely say that again, indeed. Yeah, because meditation is kind of like one of the big things on the show. Probably one of the big topics. And meditation, right, definitely is a form of it because you get to get what's in you that's out of you. Want some paper or to the computer for those like to do the whole typing now to save some time.
Right, exactly. But I like writing on paper though. I mean, I understand the computer, but I don't know. I just like writing on paper. I don't know. Sometimes I write on a computer, but I think paper is so more like original.
I can say that again. My kind of lady right there. Traditional on the paper. That's what I'm talking about. Plus, it sticks with you a lot longer too. And then when you get to actually read it, it's like, man, the heck was I smoking when I wrote this? It's like, oh, all right, let me polish this up. All right, now we got the Michelangelo statue.
Okay. Exactly. Exactly. Something like that.
You had a flashback, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh God. But yeah.
Well, hey, that's what editing's for, you know? Creativity, the writing piece you create, put the words on the paper, editing, you get to chisel up the metaphorical marble, and then boom, got some artwork, got some statuesque goodness. That's right. And I'm pretty sure you can appreciate that being a
Exactly.
model.
Exactly. 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 Writing is art. No matter what, it's not painting, but it's art. Like, it's different things that you can do with writing. So it goes in. Once you write, it becomes a picture and a miracle to me, anyway. But I just love it. I always loved it, and it's just something that I just want to do forever. You don't have to, and plus, when you write, you don't worry about your age or if you can get older if you can't write because you can't be like a model or you can be a model, but I'm just saying like you age. And behind writing it doesn't matter how old you are as long as you can write and people can understand it and kind of like communicate with it, and just writing is just something amazing.
You know what? That's a darn good point. You're so darn right about that. Because it's like, hey, aging ain't nothing wrong with aging. It's just all the stuff that occasionally comes with it. It's like, hey, with writing, it's like with age, you usually get better if you keep doing it.
Well, I ain't saying that. Yeah, you can. You can. You you can. I mean, sometimes people stay the same. You know what I mean? Sometimes they get better. Depends upon who's writing. Sometimes they don't want to budge and go out the box and write something different. You know what I mean? So it just depends on the person, I guess you say.
Ah, darn good point indeed. And speaking of going outside the box, you actually have multiple genres because not only writing poetry and writing for reality TV, you actually published a couple novels, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, yeah, I did. Well, actually, I published a novel in 2013 called "In Love with the Other Man," and then probably in like 2017, I made a movie out of it. So I produced it and directed a movie of the book.
Yeah, that's right. So where does all that creativity come from anyway?
You know what? I think I got like different personalities. No, I was just playing, but I don't even know. Like, I think like I always been creative. I always wanted to create a lot of things. I think I got it from my mom, or probably my dad, because my dad, my mom write poetry, and then my dad, he's more into the entertainment world as well. And so I feel like maybe my mom and my dad, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. It's just like it just comes to me, and I just want to show it to the world. That's it. So I've been like this for ever since I was born. Probably like I always created something. I don't care what it is. I could be in the sand and create something. You know what I mean? So I used to, draw and stuff like that. So not good, but I used to draw and I knew what I was drawing. But you know what I'm saying? you know, you know what I'm saying? So I've always been creative. This has been me. Like I, I always been this way. You know, I was always busy. I always want to do multiple things. I just get bored when I sit down and do one thing. That's why, I couldn't have like a real job. I couldn't go in from 9 to 5 because the reason why is because it would get boring to me. Me sitting there from 9 to 5 every day, I couldn't do it. And I give props to the ones that can. But I couldn't do it because I would be bored. I would sit there and be bored for the rest of the day. And I find a reason to leave, you know? So why go to work and do something that I don't love than to do something that I really do love?
Ah, that's right, folks. That's right indeed. So she can't stay still, y'all. That's right. She was kicked out of a 9 to 5 for painting poodles, y'all, in the bathroom. Like, yeah. Let me stop. That didn't happen. If it actually did happen, then I'm a psychic, but I don't think that happened.
No, it never happened. Never happened. You know, I can't draw pools anyway, so it don't even matter. They be sticks, you know. So hey, I couldn't do that anyway. So
Oh, well, that's good. That's a sign of self awareness indeed, and not being able to stay still. So, my goodness. So, that actually kind of pays off a bit now in today's economy since we're in the gig economy. Because, my goodness, not only with exploring your creative side in multiple ways and writing poetry and books and turning them into movies, you also do some adult stand up comedy. And if you're in the mood, you can do some clean stand up comedy too.
yeah, I do comedy. I mean, I love comedy. I love making people laugh and stuff like that, and I love just seeing the reaction of everybody in the audience. I'm basically like adult comedy because I like to talk junk. You know what I mean? I love to talk whatever I want to say. Clean comedy, I have to hold my tongue, and I can't hold my tongue for too long. So adult comedy is what I really do like doing. I could talk about anything. You know. I guess there's a certain way you can do when you do clean comedy. You can talk about anything, but I just like using those harsh words. My favorite word start with a F. And I like talking. I like talking like that. That's just me. I try to keep it real. People, I don't know. I just keep it real and say what I want to say when I want to say it.
Yeah, that's right. She likes seeing a superhero in training, y'all. That's right. That's right, indeed.
So, superhero in training. Oh my God, yes. But yeah, I mean, comedy is fun, and you get to have fun. Go to the clubs and drink a little bit. I remember one time I went to the club. I drank too much, and I stood in the middle of the stage and didn't say nothing. So I was like, oh.
Damn. Ouch.
So I totally bombed that day though, for real, because I was toe up to the flow up, and I was like, "Geez, I think I jumped too many Long Island Iced Teas." So I didn't have no limit that day. I was like, okay, more, and then when I got on the stage, I was like, okay. But after that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna limit myself. You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, I think one of my favorite shows that I did was a drag queen show. And I love doing those shows because it's fun. That means you can talk about anything and everything at a drag queen show because nothing is, censored. So I love doing those shows.
That's what I'm talking about, indeed. That's right. That's right. So lay off the liquor. That's right. Especially if it's a Long Island iced tea. It'll be a Long Island indeed. That's right.
Exactly.
Long
Exactly, because I felt like I was looking long. I was like, what? I couldn't even walk. I was like, Jesus Christ, I done had too many drinks here. And you just saw the audience. The audience was looking at me like, is she going to say something or what?
Be like, nah, this is the comedy. I'm supposed to stand up here and look at you.
That's it. This is part of the show. I was gonna watch you watch me. How about that? You're gonna watch me all day. Here we go. Okay. Somebody please get me off this stage. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, but hey, it takes courage to do stand-up because that's a whole different animal. So what are the 3 main things you learned from doing stand-up comedy?
Don't drink.
There you go. That was a layup for the first one.
I get don't drink, and you have to before you get on stage, you gotta get your nerves out because once you get your nerves out, everybody knows that you're nervous. Every time I get on stage, I get nervous, and you just have to just shake it off for some reason because you never know the audience. You have to look at the audience and read the audience before you get on stage so you can know exactly what you're supposed to say and how you're supposed to move because the audience will tell you what they like and what they don't like just because the way they look. And then when the person in front of you are before you, you'll see their reaction and what you have to say when you get on stage. If they didn't like the person for doing one way, then not to do what the person did before, So you just have to read your audience and see, what they like and what they don't like. And then don't make that mistake by doing something they don't like. But I usually go around and walk around and shake everybody's hand before they go on stage because he won't boo me. Making no, hey, how are you?
Just stand there awkwardly. So you want fist bump or what? You want elbow or what?
So I mean, stand-up comedy is hard for people. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard for me because the audience sometimes they don't like what you say and don't like what you do. So it's very hard. So you just have to read them and go with the flow, you know. Um, and you just got to find a way to make them laugh. They sometimes they hardcore. They don't want to laugh. They're just looking at you like, okay, next, you know. So yep.
Yeah, definitely could say that again. Indeed. Yep. That's right. It's like it's probably better off doing a couple sessions, back-to-back sessions of CrossFit than do stand-up comedy for some people. That's right. Because when you
Oh
bomb,
no,
you gonna bomb. That's right. And then you be like, you
that
dropped
is
the bomb on me. That's right. Let me stop.
that is true. When you bomb, you bomb. Exactly, exactly. And when you bomb, it's over. Everybody looking at you like, boo, get off the stage. Mhm.
That's right. And then to put some salt in the wound, you say, you dropped the bomb on me.
Oh
Baby.
no, 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 no.
That's right. Put some salt in the wound, like, yeah. Here's some extra corn for you.
Mm-mm. Jesus, take the wheel. Take the wheel, Jesus. Take the wheel.
Oh, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, the good news is this is the time we're usually on the opposite side because I hear you got this magical podcast where you keep it real like a leather jacket instead of a pleather jacket.
Yeah, I have a podcast. It's called Keeping It Real with Caramel, as we say 100. And everybody be like, what do 100 mean? It means keep it real, you know? So basically, my podcast is basically talking to different entrepreneurs. I don't care if you is a president, CEO, author, nurse, rapper, music artist. I don't care what you are, stripper. Doesn't matter. You're an entrepreneur. So what I do is basically I interview them and I talk about the truth, like where they came from, where they are, and where they are now. We talk about different things, and I love it. I love to, just to hear, where people come from and what they've been through, and we talk about all of that. We talk about, all different kinds of things, and letting people know like they've been there. Everybody has the truth. Everybody has a story, and when they come out, when they grow up and they look back of what they've been through and where they are now, we like talk about it, and I love doing that with people. And I want them to keep it real. I don't want them to lie about it. I want them to let the world know like what they've been through. And here I am now. I'm standing strong, and I've been through all this, but nothing's going to stop me for doing what I do. You know.
Yeah, that's right. Can't stop, won't stop. That's right. It's like P. Diddy in all the music videos. This is his video, folks. Your song, but his video, y'all. That's right. It's gonna be
Right.
like Chuck. That's right. That's right indeed.
Yeah, exactly. You just have to, let people tell their truth because you never know who can relate, you know. When people go through things, people can relate to some things that some people say, and then they might encourage them to do better for themselves or inspire them or motivate them to do something for themselves instead of sitting there moping about what happened. Let's take that negativity into a positive and then make something bigger better happen for your life, you know.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about indeed. Well, if you already know, maybe not. One of the crazy questions that podcasts always be asking each other, like a spam question. But I think I will give you grace on this one. So, any top three guests that you've had on your show thus far that have maybe had some stories that may have hit you a little differently or hit the audience a little differently than you expected?
Well, yeah, I had a lady that came on the show. Her name was Lady J, and she had a story that I would never believed, but I believe it, but I couldn't believe it. She's been through a lot in her life. She was stabbed and almost died and all this stuff that happened to her, but the grace of God kept her alive, and she's doing awesome now like in her life. So she's been through a lot of trauma in her life, and She was like one of my favorite ones that I talked to. Um, I think I had another one that I talked to. I think Laura was one of them that I spoke with, and she was like me and her like sisters now. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's my sister from another mother. Okay, so so we keep in contact, and I love her to death. I mean, it's just like she's where she's at and I'm where I'm at, but at the end of the day, we're trying to catch up with each other. But I love her story as well, and she was one of my favorites. And let me see who else was one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites. You know what I mean? Each one of them that talked to me was basically telling me about themselves. With no sugarcoating. And I just loved each one. But if I could, I must say those two was like one of my favorite ones. But everybody's my favorite. I talked to Elizabeth, I talked to Anna, I talked to a lot of these other people, and I love all their stories. I love where they've been, where they're at, and all this good stuff. So I talked to Candy. I can go on and on and on. You understand what I'm saying? And I felt like all these people is just wonderful, and I adopt them all, you know. So we're friends forever. They're not gonna ever leave me again, you know.
So you put the bear trap on them too. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just a stalker with them, yeah, basically. They know that already. I'm not saying nothing that they don't know, you know.
So that's right. So if you wake up in the morning and you feel like a Twix because you got caramel all over you, you know what happened.
Oh my God, that was like one of the corniest ones. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where do you get this? Oh God.
Yep, that's right. Every time a corn cob drops, it's like pay dirt. But since we got Caramel Lucas on the show, it's a payday.
You so.
She got the caramel, I got the nuts. It's a payday.
Oh God, Jesus Christ, Jesus.
Yep, that's right. Gotta keep the agriculture up, folks, with the corn. That's right.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So, any question that you wish you'd be asked more often when you're on the guest side of the game on the microphone on these podcasts?
I mean, I don't know. Like when I'm on when I'm on a podcast, when I'm on a podcast, basically, people we just talk, have a conversation. We don't. I don't. We just go with the flow. And I tell everybody like when you on the podcast with me, just go with the flow. Talk to me like I'm your best friend that you seen yesterday. Let's just talk about some things that's going on with you, going on. And then everybody starts to get relaxed. They're like, okay, great. So we have a conversation. And then sometimes I have to say, excuse me, my time is up. Excuse me, my time is up. But they enjoy talking, and I love it. And I could talk to them for hours. This is like me and Laura. We was on the phone. I was interviewing her, and I swear to you, I forgot about the time. Honestly, we thought we was on the phone just having a conversation, you know. And that is how I like my podcast. I like to be able to have a conversation and talk and talk and talk, and let the world know who they are, and let the world know like they're like normal like everybody else. Just because they're an entrepreneur, they're an author or bestseller, or they're a CEO or a president or whatever they are, they're just like everybody else. They're normal, and they still go through different life situations just like everybody else do.
Yeah, that's right. She preaching, y'all, because it's true. That's right. Could be a best-selling award-winning author, but at the end of the day, we all gotta hit the dirt, and we all gotta have some bio breaks, if you know what I'm saying. That's right, folks.
Right, basically, and we all bleed the same. So at the end of the day, we're just here for a purpose, and that's basically what it is. It's a purpose. You have to lay down your foundation on your purpose, and then you have to move on. And as you say, get in the dirt. you know, So we all have to go through. I mean, that's just life. Life situations. That's it. And then that's why I tell a lot of people, like, you can't worry about a lot of things in life, because at the end of the day, when you're gone, that same situation is going to be the same way. So
Yep, that's right.
you don't want
And
you don't want me to preach.
well, if you do preach, we'll just have to ask folks to leave something in the offering plate. That's right.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, man. Well, we're coming down to the magical question that every guest gets to receive. And that is, if you're to wake up tomorrow and you're 25 again, but this time you're still in the current year of 2021 with all of your knowledge and experience, what advice would you give to yourself?
My advice I would give to myself, for a long time, in my life, I was not like I was always talkative to people, but I think my advice is to keep on moving and don't worry about what other people say. Just focus on your target, your mission, and keep motivating and inspiring people, and keep talking to people and helping people out when they need help. Keep doing what you do, and basically keep writing. Write on, my sister, write on, and just focus. Focus on what goals you're trying to get, because at the end of the day, just leave a legacy so people can always remember you when you're gone. Basically.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Right on indeed. Ain't no left, right on. That's what I'm talking about right there indeed. That's right. That's right indeed. That's right. All the puns on the bun, y'all. That's right. Keep riding on.
Oh God, yeah.
Yep. So for those who want to keep in magical contact with the one who doesn't have the chocolate but all the caramel, what's the best way for folks to do so?
You can follow me on my social media. Um, on Instagram is MsCaramel Lucas. On my Facebook is Caramel Lucas. On my LinkedIn is Caramel Lucas. On my Twitter is ms__caramel. Or you can definitely contact me on my website, and it's www.caramel, CARAMEL, Lucas, LUCAS.net. And you can see all my stuff, and you can contact me through that as well. So definitely follow me on my social media. Definitely contact me on my website, and you can see like all the things that I do. You can see the movie. You can see the music videos that I directed, and all this other good stuff that I got going on. So definitely go on my website and check that out.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. That's right. Reach out to Miss Caramel herself, y'all. Let her know. Say, hey, I got some chocolate, but her caramel's better. Keep up with all she's doing. Buy some copies of magical books and following all the social medias to keep in contact and be on the lookout for her journey and see where it takes her. She may be doing stand up near you, indeed. That's right. And if there's a stool and she's sitting on it, it's still stand up because the stool is standing up, y'all. I'm telling you. That's right, indeed. Yep. Knee slapper. Yeah. Just like a hammer, I nailed it. Yep. So, any parting words before we close up shop?
All I'm gonna say is be great. Everybody be great. Don't let no one stop your shine. Whatever you're doing in life, just be great.
How's it going, you super special, awesome human? Since you made it to the end of this episode, it looks like you really enjoyed yourself. Since you enjoyed this episode, be sure to share it with at least 3 people in your network and tell them what you really liked about this episode.